What is it that motivates you? What gets you to get out of bed in the morning? What gets you to stop eating the pizza that is so good? Or what gets you to start exercising when you have eaten too much pizza? There's a lot of things that motivate us to do something that is perhaps what we would say is like not in our normal uh, inclinations or our normal impulses. There's things that we have to do to say, I'm not going to do this, but I'm going to do that instead. Jesus today kind of indicates that there is the necessity for Christians to be motivated to do the good and refrain from the bad. He says that it is, bad to commit adultery, or you've heard that, but even one who looks at another with lust in their eyes, with lust in their heart, then they are liable to judgment and being cast into fiery Gehenna. I told my vocation story a lot in my life, and one of the things that I would talk about are the decisions I had made up to the decision to finally go to seminary and become a priest. One of those was in college when I decided to become a music major. I had thought before going into college I didn't want to be a music major because I knew it was hard for me to read music, for me to study music. I took a music theory course where I did very poorly, and so I thought I have no natural ability to do this. I don't think I can do this. I don't think it's going to be easy for me at all. And so I studied something else, and it was fine, but I wasn't happy. I was still doing choirs, and I loved that. I wanted to do more of that sort of thing. I wanted that to be my whole focus. So I finally made a decision to say, I am going to work hard on this, because this is where my desires are. This is where I feel like I'm being led. I really want to do this. And even though I know it's going to be difficult, I'm going to keep going forward with it. And it was difficult, and those are some of the hardest earned grades that I've ever gotten in my life from my music courses. Jesus tells us that we have to be willing to do what is not easy at times to follow him, to enter the kingdom of God. We have to go past our basic impulses at times. No, not that our bodies are bad in everything that they desire, but we have to have mastery over ourselves. We are a body-soul composite, and so we have to work in harmony with that, and sometimes we have to have mastery over those just basic human inclinations. The life of Christianity is like a battlefield, and sometimes we have to be wounded, or we have to suffer things, or we have to say no to ourselves in order to follow Jesus. That's what the life of virtue looks like. And as we practice that, it becomes more and more natural to us to do the right thing and not the thing that we know is wrong. And so that's how we see saints are made, is that they've habitually chosen the right thing. And they've worked to do that. We can see that in so many lives of the saints. So let's ask the Lord today that he might help us in that battle, that we might really engage with our whole will to do what is right, refrain from what is wrong, so that we might live with him eternally in heaven.